Good morning. It is week 16 of hybrid training, but really it's not because today it's my birthday and 26 years old is the milestone today. So what do I have cooked up? What do I have planned? Well, it's 26 for 26 is my goal today. So what that means is it's early today. It's 5. I'm up. I'm ready. I call it excitement. I woke up a little early, but it's time to run 26 miles. And you can see I got a little more clothes on than normal. I'm a little bit more bundled up, even though it's summer. It's a little cooler this weekend and I'm running outside. So gotta have a little bit more layers on. But it's gonna be a great day because I'm ready to go. So here's my routine right now. I got water with LMNT in it, 1,000 milligrams of sodium. I already had a banana. Typically I run fasted, but I wanted to have a little bit extra fuel on me this morning. I also have a Rice Krispie, which I found out yesterday are amazing. I don't think I've ever had them before. I don't know how that's even possible, but game changer. So I got one of those. I'm gonna eat that. I already had a banana. And then I think yesterday or in the hybrid training week 15 video, you saw me try this for the first time, these little gel packets. So I got a bunch of those in my side pocket here. See if you can see them. Those are my shorts. And it's gonna be a pretty great run because, you know, I'm getting my family involved, my kids. I'm not doing like a traditional marathon. I've also never ran a marathon before, so this will be the longest I've ever ran by a good bit. I think the longest I've ever ran, like counting and pacing, like start to finish, was probably 13 miles-ish, maybe a little bit more. I don't think so though. But I'm just gonna go out there, zone 2, have an adventure. So the why though, why am I doing this? Well, I'm getting older and I'm kind of at that point now in life where I feel like you have to start like proving that you're growing or showing what you've achieved, if that makes sense. Like I'm no longer in the building phase of like, I mean, of course you're always learning, but like right now feels like the pivotal point in my life where I want to prove to myself that I'm better than who I used to be, that I'm not just going through the motions of life, but that I'm actively out there getting better every day. Like wake up, are you getting better? Yes. Are you getting better? Yes. Are you getting better? Yes. Okay. Today's the day where you prove it. That's it. That's all we're doing. I'm not going out there to PR. I'm not going out there to, you know, be the baddest runner in the world. No, I'm literally just proving to myself that, hey, 16 weeks ago, we couldn't do this. 16 weeks ago, we were 16 pounds lighter, by the way. I've been bulking. You see the weights in here. I mean, that's what I've been doing. I've been bulking, I've been hybrid training, I've been fixing my nutrition. I mean, I'm more dialed right now than I've ever been in my life. And today's the day to go out there and prove it. And to just throw down and have a great time, have a great adventure. So, all right, good morning. This specific clip is a little out of order. You're gonna see this pretty much right after my run, but not the run I just ran. So it's technically Saturday. I ran again today, but what you just witnessed in the previous part of this video was me running 26 miles on my 26th birthday. So why? The question is why, right? Why did I do that? Well, I wasn't going out there to race. I wasn't going out there to be the fastest, to have the best marathon time, to run the coolest course. I ran it for me. And what do I mean by that? Well, this entire time throughout my training block, I've experimented with things. I've, lifted slightly heavier, but the reason I ran and the reason it was so important to me was just proof that the process is working, right? You have to sometimes just look back at your life and think, wow, 4 or 5 months ago, could I do what I'm doing today? I don't think I would believe if somebody said that's where I am. And for whatever reason, running 26 miles was something that I just couldn't wrap my head around. Like it's something that I just would have to train for forever. It's something that, it just takes too much preparation and I'd have to research how I'm gonna, work myself up to it and then trying to schedule a race and the nerves before it. And I really just said, I'm gonna do this. It was like literally like 5 days beforehand, or I think in the video on the week 15, I said, I think I'm gonna do something crazy this weekend, and that was Friday. So I think 4 days beforehand, I was like, I'm gonna do this thing. And I wasn't even fully bought in, but it was Friday, and I was like, I'm gonna run 26 miles on my 26th birthday. That's kind of cool. So I kind of like planned out a little route around my house, because I basically run out my house and run up this trail, and this trail goes forever. So that's what I did. I ran 13 miles up the trail, and I ran 13 miles back. So it was nuts. It took me like 4.5 hours, maybe a little bit more. But I ran in zone 2 because I wanted to protect my training, and I didn't want to get hurt also, because I think the farthest I've ever ran, maybe 13 miles before. But typically every Saturday I run like 10 miles, right? So that was a pretty big jump. Like, it wasn't like I was running 18 miles before, now I'm gonna try and get to 26. And if I'm being honest, it wasn't that bad, because the zone 2, I kept my heart rate low. By the end of it, my miles were probably almost 12 minutes. I mean, it was like 11 and a half probably, but you know, starting out at 9 minutes and then going all the way up, it obviously took some time. But I just want to focus again on the why. I did it because I wanted to prove to myself that I was capable, that the process is working, that I'm improving. And I tell you, the feeling that I had when I finished, unexplainable. I mean, people run marathons all the time. People run them fast. It was the fact that I've been working towards bettering myself, and I was able to complete that challenge. Words can't describe how much power that gives you, how much, you know, just euphoria you feel. And I'm ready to attack what's next. I mean, I was already like, do I do 30 miles? Do I do this? You know, I'm not going to go, I don't want to right now be running that much distance, but it was very important to me to complete that task, to myself, to know that I can do something hard and something that somebody else, most people might think that is unobtainable, to run 26 miles. But it was great. I had those gels. I fueled every 40 minutes. I mean, to be honest, you plug it into AI, that's pretty much how I track all my workouts. And AI was like, here's your plan. Like, every 40 minutes, take a gel. Luckily, my in-laws' house is like, what is it? Is it 6 miles away? I think it's 6 or 7 miles away. So when I got up there, that was kind of like an aid station. I would stop by, grab my food, say hey to my family. You saw those clips, or I'll put them right here. And then I would grab my food, I would drink some water, go back on my journey. And then on the way back, I hit it again, use the bathroom, get some more water, get some more, like a banana. I had some pretzels, ran back. Gels every 40 minutes. Perfect temperature. I got really lucky. It wasn't raining, perfect temperature. It's like 70 degrees at the end. Got a little sunburnt there at the end, but it was great. And I'm just happy. And so now it's Saturday, and you're probably like, okay, you explained a lot. What happened after the fact? Well, I've had clips throughout the week, maybe just 1 or 2, but I continued training. It was crazy. By Wednesday, I was ready to go. Took the run Monday. Wednesday, I was able to lift. Thursday, I lifted again. Friday, which was yesterday, was the only day where I was like, I don't want to force a leg day, because even though I felt like I was ready, I just wanted to not ruin the week. Like, I had a little knee pain, a little ankle pain following the run, so I iced those throughout the week. But I didn't want to flare anything up. I don't want to overdo it on the legs. So I didn't do strength again Friday, which really bothered me, but I didn't do it. And then today, Saturday morning, I thought I was going to do a long run. I got to 5 miles and my heart rate was just way out of control. I feel very recovered, but maybe it's because it's super, super hot in here. But by 5 miles, I had already had to drop speed so much that I was like, I'm not going to keep going right now. So I finished the week, 31 miles, pretty much what I normally do. I normally do like 20 to 25, so a little bit higher. But all in all, it was a great week. I'm ready to get back into my normal routine next week and just kind of figure out where I want to go from here. My weight is up. I think I clocked in at 193 this morning, so that's really good, especially after running. I try to fuel correctly the rest of the week. And so the weight's increasing, which is exactly what I want to be. So great run, great birthday. It's just great to achieve something that you didn't think you could do 5 months ago. So I hope this helps. I hope you can insert yourself into these situations and figure out how you can attack things in your life that you might not think that you are able to do.
You love me. I wish that I could lie, but my mind gets in the way. I know you think that I'm always way too self-aware.
All right, here's what just happened. So it's absolutely so hot in here. It's probably the hottest day of the summer thus far. My thermometer in the garage maxed out at 90. I have no idea how hot it is in here, but it's hot. I've been sweating the whole time profusely. I ran 2 days ago. I don't know what's going on. I guess this is just proof of the system working. I'm not gonna read every single thing I did today, but I'm 2 days removed. You saw my recap of Monday. I ran Monday, it's Wednesday. Typically, if you've been following every week, you know my split is push, pull, legs, push, pull. Obviously, I ran Monday, 26 miles, not gonna work out that day. Next day, Tuesday, yesterday, took the complete day off. You didn't see any session. That was the only time in like 16 weeks I've taken a true day off, no running, no lifting, true day off. And I was surprised at how I felt throughout the day. Today, Wednesday, I wake up, I'm like, I feel like 85, 90%. Like, I'm just gonna go out in the morning. You saw it this morning. I'm gonna get some movement on the bike. I did like a very low, it was just like a routine 30-minute cycle session. Nothing crazy. Today, I go to work, everything feels normal. I'm like, I'm gonna lift today. Like, it's Wednesday, leg day. That's not happening. I do want to get that pump in on bench. I killed it today. It's like I didn't even run. I'm so confused. My body is fully recovered. It's been 2 days. Well, I shouldn't say fully recovered, but my volume push day last week, so the second one of the week, this is just one example. I benched 155, 4 sets of 8. Today, I was like, I'm not gonna go up. 155 again, 8, 8, 8, 7. So I dropped 1 rep. What? I was expecting to like throw up 155 for like 5 reps and be like, yep, I'm cooked. I didn't realize how cooked I am. No, I hung all day today. I literally pretty much had the identical session of last Thursday. I'm beside myself. I mean, yes, I haven't lifted, so I didn't lift all weekend. I had a chill endurance weekend. Just literally staying loose, and then Monday obviously I had the race, or the run, not the race. So I mean, there's things you can look at that was like, oh, I really let off the last 5 days, and that gave me the strength today. But really, you would think that the run on Monday would take everything I had. So I'm just truly beside myself. I mean, I'm not gonna go over the same rant I did on the recap, but it's week 16, and this is where I'm really showing that like I'm building an athlete. Like I'm building, if you would have told me 16 weeks ago, you ran 26 miles on Monday and this is what your lift looked like 2 days later, I would have said you're insane. There's no way I could hit the session I hit today in 16 weeks, period. But you're telling me I ran 26 miles 2 days beforehand? I'm gonna take it as a win. I'm gonna keep going tomorrow. I'm probably gonna do a pull day. Maybe I'll do like a small chill day tomorrow and then do pull day on Friday just to finish the week the same way. But I'm all in, man. I'm gonna go eat some food. I'm excited. The weight's going up on the body. The weight's going up in the gym. The running is increasing. Everything is going great. I'm honestly surprised at how much energy I've had this week, given the fact that I had such a big run, but had another pretty much normal pull day today. No PRs, but like I pretty much continued right off where I left last week. You've seen a couple lifts throughout the week. Nothing new is really going on. I mean, I'm really just doing like some recovery work, like trying to get my normal flow back. The big question now is tomorrow is Friday. That's what I need to figure out is, do I want to, so I'm gonna see how I feel tonight. I've already felt pretty good in my legs, but tomorrow I'm gonna see, do I wanna attempt like a lighter leg day for strength? Or do I wanna just completely take tomorrow off from strength again, which I don't really wanna do because I've already stacked 2 days now of like pretty much full strength sessions, especially not having worked out Tuesday, Monday, Sunday, Saturday of this earlier part of the week. I really want to lift tomorrow, but we'll see how I feel, because maybe I'll just not lift tomorrow and then I'll attempt a endurance run again Saturday morning and get back to my normal schedule of long run Saturday, long bike Sunday. But I don't know if I'm ready for that since I just had such a big endurance run on Monday. We'll see. I'll play it by how I feel tomorrow, see how work goes, how the family goes, what we have planned. Sometimes you just gotta plan your sessions around what you got going on in your life. So today was a win, great pull day. Tomorrow, we'll see what we do.
What a week. Week 16, I believe. Yes, week 16. Kind of like not a full week because of the run, but definitely still a week of hybrid training. Weight stabilized this week. So today's Sunday recap, right? 193 is the weight. So I think I adjusted a week or two ago up from like 4,000 calories to 4,200 to now I'm closer to like 45. Even though when I was looking at the calorie tracker every day this week, I'd say most days are like 42, 43, 44, 43, 42. So I'm aiming for 45, but I'm not really getting it most days. So I think that's kind of where I was plateauing before. Like if my true goal is like 4,000, and some days I'm hitting 38, 39, 41 on occasion, it's gonna average a little lower. So I'm targeting 45. I'm feeling the weight is stabilizing a little bit more now, because if I look at the last 30 days, I've gone up about 2.2 pounds on average. So I'm gonna keep trying for 4,500 calories. It's kind of a lot, but it's just where we are right now. I did another 45-minute bike this morning. Typically I try and do longer stuff on the weekend, but just given the energy that was expended this week, that's kind of where I am. It's a little later today, it's 7, just finished, so a little bit later of a wake up. I'm pretty rigid about my 5 a.m. alarm. I try and, Monday through Friday, I kind of have to because of work. Saturday and Sunday, I will say is where I'm a little bit more flexible not if I'm being lazy or there's that fine line that you wake up and you're like, I'm tired, I want to go back to bed. Or like my body is genuinely saying like, hey, if you just get a little bit more here, like maybe 45 more minutes, it's gonna just be that extra little bit of recovery that you might need. That's how I felt today. I'll have to keep an eye on it. Like I don't want my mind to get soft. Like I don't want to be, giving into my weak side where it's like, oh, I can hit snooze, let me hit snooze. I really felt like my body was saying, we need that little extra rest today from this long week. So on the weekend, I'll try and be a little bit more understanding of that, because it's all about protecting that next day, right? You want to protect that next training session, that next week. I know that tomorrow, Monday's coming, I got work, 8 hours, 2 hours of commuting at least. I got a 5-mile run in the morning. I got a big push day tomorrow where I might increase weight on bench. So it's all about protecting that next day, because if I don't get those extra 40 minutes of sleep today and it affects me tomorrow, that's going to compound throughout the week. So Again, kind of a weird week. Don't have a ton to report on because I had very limited sessions this week. I had probably 2 or 3 strength sessions. But weight, I'm happy about the weight going back in the right direction because of the adjustments. Happy about the run on Monday. I'm happy, that the training is working. It's showing me that it's producing something that I'm proud of. So, gonna keep rocking and rolling tomorrow. I don't know if there's gonna be a change in the weekly cadence of these videos. Like, I like the idea of like showing the micro changes on a daily basis. If it's helping, it's good for me to document so I know where my head is. I'm able to speak it out loud and speak it into existence. But I'm also not sure if like every day it's valuable to hit record and add things on to a weekly, series. I do kind of also want to experiment with other weekly systems, not just hybrid training, but we'll see what happens. I'll probably keep it for now. Week 16 though, it was a good one. Let's get next week.